live or not? What the heck is going on? No, I am. Okay. What's up, ECW? Oh, no. Realized I'm mirroring that. Let me fix that. Why am I not showing up on my mobile? That's the annoying part. Can we... Hold up. Okay, now I finally have it. Jeez, that took forever. I don't know why my mobile wasn't showing up. Hello, hello, for everyone that is joining. Dude, I don't even know how the frog emoji leaves my recents. I'm gonna scream if this just does not want to work the way I want it to. Thank you. Okay. And then retweet myself on Playmore because I deserve attention and love. Thank you, thank you. Alright, hello everyone. Sorry for the delay here. Hey, hello Gabriel, hello Common Boy, hello Christine, hello Pancakes, hello Lantern. How is everyone doing today? OBS has been a pain in my tail getting this set up. Cracking open a cold one with chat. Try and wait for a few more people to get in here, but I appreciate y'all for joining already. You know, if you got any questions or anything about this week, or if you just want to chit chat, tell me how your day's been, how your week was. Yeah, you gotta find a way to calm your nerves. That can always be a difficult thing to do. Hold on, let me adjust my thing a little bit more. Base cam's a little off. Because I need the man, the myth, the legend, Bubby in the background. Yeah. Honestly, one of the best things of advice I can give, because it's honestly pretty stupid, and you see them do it in like animes or cartoons or whatever on occasion, is I literally do the thing where I like double slap myself in the face a few times, to like just stop thinking about random things because I do have ADHD and my brain wanders, um, and just get me focused and calm the nerves of like, okay, stick to my plan. I got it. I'm fine. Pressure can definitely build in though of like, when you're on a hot streak or something like that, or towards like the end of a battle. So just stay calm, cool, and collected. Have something that you can focus on, or keep your composure. For doubles draft game, that's something I'm like interested in the future, because like I do want to get into VGC. Um, I honestly would have played the current regulation if we didn't have this Playmore going on, and I would have dove into it finally. But because that's something we want to do in the future for sure. Draft League's the main focus now, but have some VGC on the side, and then maybe some draft doubles. So we'll see. Also, check out my stationary bike. I just got it set up today. And then over there is my little walking pad, so I can have that beneath my desk. Hello, Sleepy Moon Lunar. Welcome to the stream. And then I also got a new bench and a bodybuilding board. So gonna finally do better about my exercise and everything like that. So I'm actually, you know what, you guys can get a little special hint since you're here and we're all together. I'm actually planning on doing my battle tomorrow, which is going to be for week 6. I'm going to do it on the bike the entire time, so we're going to see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any calcs while I'm on it, but yeah, trying to do that. Gen 10 when I'm older and I should be an adult. I'm going to lock into VGC and get to Worlds. Hells yeah. Yeah. I want to say it might not be until Gen 10 until I do that, but it also depends on, Legends EA. Because, like, if Legends EA doesn't have battling, then that's where we might try to introduce some VGC to the channel. Because obviously there's not going to be as much like new draft or anything, because it's going to be getting stale over time with nothing new happening to this game. So I mean, Lantern, you give advice where you can, man, and like just help out where you can. Please, like, don't overthink everything. Everyone's on different levels. You don't need to compare yourself to everyone. Don't try and hold yourselves to like a standard or anything like that. You learn when you learn, and it just happens. It takes time. I mean, what, you started within the past year or something, right? It's just like, I mean, I was giving advice to people in my first league just because I was immediately better at team building than the average person, just because I spent a lot of time in the team builder. But when it came to the battling, I was a numbskull. Like, I was trying to save stuff I shouldn't, making way too many switches, making predictions where it wasn't necessary just because I was trying to be cool, all that crap. So everyone has their talents, or take stuff in sooner. It is what it is. I've heard there was a lot of leaks. I haven't been able to look at any stuff recently. I've been doing a lot of stuff around the house today, including like getting that bike together and stuff, and getting the rest of my home gym together. So I've been a busy bee today, actually. My dog has been pretty annoyed by me, apart from the piece where I actually took her to the park. So they were being hacked or stuff. Yeah, I mean, I hear it's like actually confirmed stuff, so I'll take a look later. But for now, we're gonna focus on the battles, and I'm not gonna share spoilers in case people care about that. I do respect that, so just please don't leave any specific spoilers about the game in the chat. All right, we were about to hit 20, and then it dropped like 2 people, but we're probably just gonna go ahead and get started. Once again, I'm going to play the volume for just the Playmore battle. The other battles will be muted. Just let me know if you want me to adjust the audio, however. I just need to give my thoughts and everything alongside with the guys just to make stuff a little bit clear, because commentary can be different than what I was going through, even though they work with some of my notes. I still want to make things a little bit clear because they do bring up some good points too that, you know, some people try and make arguments for in the comments, but, you know, I have my reasons and I just want to go through stuff. So
fourth season for Playmore is finally here, and this week we're taking on the Maestro Meloetta, coached by the one and only Chef Ramsey.
And Chef Ramsey,
I'm going to be very blunt
cooking,
in this battle, by the way.
Not quite to the level of the Beneral. As we look at the standings, we mentioned last week
because Chef Ramsey
we see it here.
Made me wait
Ramsey,
40 minutes
3-1,
for this
only
battle.
3 teams with at least 3 wins this season, but up
without
in
giving me any
second because
notice.
of that +9 differential.
And then his next opponent next week, he gave me this that he was going to be running late. So it's not that hard.
There's a big threat over there on the other side.
So
absolutely one of the top kill Pokemon in this season. Iron Bundle, one of the few Pokemon that outspeeds our top.
Well, he
threats.
deserved it. I don't know why
that's something to worry
someone's...
about with a lot of other threats.
I mean, the amount of sass he gave me just for checking on his availability because he didn't message me. And he did log on when I first tagged him and he didn't say anything. So
ice type on the other side. What do you do about it? You bring a Bubby to punch it in the face.
I mean, if he said sorry and like, or I'll be on in 5 or whatever it was, I'd get over it. Like, I wouldn't have done anything, but he sassed when I was already peeved. So he asked for it.
That link is in the description below. But for now, let's go see what the opponent's bringing.
Okay, Tyler, it's time to see what our opponent is really cooking up.
Worse for everything that happened
what
in this
we'll
battle.
See. Or maybe I don't. There's no Iron Bundle.
Okay. You can already kind of... Oh, you don't see my face cam, I forget. But yeah, I was a little upset a bit, but just pause it for a quick second just to look at what or break down what we're looking at. So quick reminder for my team. Mix/bulky offensive. Just like a fair amount of HP and Moltres and then special attack and speed. Because stabs are very good into his team, and the U-turn momentum and flame body is just pretty essential in general. I found body breast registeel to be an issue, so I needed Moltres for that specific reason, but in general it was just good overall for a lot of the pieces of his team. Choice Scarf Darkrai was the last second change. I had Endure Salak Berry prior. Yes, it would have been better in this specific matchup to have Endure Salak, but I mean, it is what it is. Not having Iron Bundle is insane to me. It is good into me, and truthfully, I don't understand the Hisuian Typhlosion in this game. Like, I guess he was making me not having one of my 2 waters, or something of the sort. But like, Choice Scarf Eruption is fine in my team. It's not exceptional between Moltres and 2 bulky waters, so I truthfully don't get it. I think Iron Bundle would have been significantly better in that slot, especially when you wanted to Terra Registeel anyways. Asylvis Blastoise helps against that Hisuian Typhlosion as well, but specifically was meant to deal with Bundle that's trying to lock itself into a Water-type move. Choice Specs Freeze Dry could still 2-hit KO me, but at least I would know it's Choice Specs, and then I could switch into Zamazenta accordingly, because Zamazenta is also specially defensive to help out with that, and I couldn't be... I'm not worried about him only locking into Freeze Dry and sweeping my team, which is why I needed Zamazenta. Anything else could have been an issue. And then Zamaz is just good into a lot of his team in general, but Dondozo plus Galar Slowking made it very difficult. Also very crazy they didn't bring Dondozo. But I mean, all the other Pokemon are like fair brings into me. I just disagree with Hisuian Typhlosion. Loaded Dice Breloom with Swords Dance, really good in this matchup, and won me a few mocks with sweeps. And Focus Sash lead Sandy Shocks was very reliable as well, with the Tri-Attack in case I need to break Air Balloon on the Excadrill.
That is
well, to be fair, Common Boy, you cursed
your
your opponent and didn't say GG in week 1.
Which is most important. And speaking of Bubby, I should mention that our sponsor,
when I saw the team, did I feel underprepared? No, I even faced teams that didn't have Bundle. I didn't face a single team without Dozo, though. So that was really weird. Gyarados would just destroy him straight up.
As long as they're still there, you can use code
And like I debated a taunt Gyarados with Dragon Dance and stuff like that, but Avalanche Dondozo still beat a 1v1, so there was no point.
All right, we know our valiant warrior Sandy Cheeks.
Any idea why Iron Bundle
leading the
wasn't
way
brought?
for
No, I had
Playmore
no
into this battle.
intentions of
But
talking to
what
my
are we
opponent
gonna
after the
see
battle.
on the other side?
I just gave my
We
GGs
have
no matter
the
what
ability here
happened
with
in the
Cheeks to
game.
survive
Gave my
anything.
GGs and then moved on.
But that's not an ideal
I
match.
literally don't understand why, because my two
No,
top
it
threats it
definitely
outspeeds.
is not.
So,
We've had
I
this
mean,
as
that's a
lead
huge
for a
thing.
few
And
battles
freeze
to get
dry into my
hazards
water
up.
types is very strong.
There
So,
have been a few key Pokemon that can stop it in its tracks, but we do get the Stealth Rocks up for sure, so that is nice. We do have to be worried about Excadrill, just getting rid of those.
yeah, I mean, we're going to pick whatever Pokemon we want to
Sandy
put
Cheeks
in the
is
thumbnail.
alive.
A lot of people will be
But
like,
it's not an ideal trade-off
oh,
if they
as
are
soon
able
as,
to
you know,
outspin
that
those away
Pokemon died
times.
turn 2 and they didn't bring the other
and like I
Pokemon, then
said,
we know how
she
this game was
has
going to
the
be.
ability to survive anything in
The
that
battle
spot.
hasn't had
But
anything to do with the
staying
thumbnails in
with
like 2
1 HP
seasons,
with the
but
jetpack,
comments are wild.
not ideal at all. Like
Um,
doubly now on
This
the
was a
back
good
foot.
first turn for him, I will say. A Jetpack Rotom was a good
Unless-
bring.
Never
Because
mind.
now I have no Brave
I
Bird
was gonna say,
switch-ins.
unless they bring in
But that's
Excadrill, they go for
important
Rapid
here.
Spin, we bring in Moltres, but
Now,
we bring
I
in
complain
Moltres,
about
we
all the
get the
percentages that
Flame
didn't go
Body.
my way.
We
Yes, I get
burn,
Flame
just
Body
go
here.
Zapdos, bada bing,
I
bada
want to
boom,
say
every
that is
time.
punishing a bad play.
Yeah,
If you
I
look at my
understand
team, look at that entire
the
top
switching
row,
because
knowing for the fact that
in
Sandy
case
Shocks is
there's
1
a
HP,
spin that
what is
happens
my
to
switch in the
replace-
Brave Bird?
Save Sandy Cheeks could come back
I
in, put
don't
those
have
rocks up
any.
later.
Like,
So,
even if I get the
not
defense
terrible,
boost with
but it's
Zamazenta
not
upon
like some
switching,
starts we've been able to see where
you
Ben
have
is
your
immediately
Galar
just
Slow
running
King,
this thing
you have a
from
Sunny Typhlosion if you really wanted to make an aggressive
Oh,
play.
you take those words and you throw
Perfect
them
And
away.
it's
start,
fine
perfect start,
because
fantastic
you're wasting my
bend
defense
rate,
boost immediately. The
outplay,
next time
you're the
Zamazenta comes in, I would die to
Wow,
Brave
that
Bird
was so
again.
good. Everything, like, if we had the
And
game
even with the
script right in
burn,
front
you
of us, all
potentially
that
still
was
2 a
perfect
KO
in the
Moltres.
script.
With the first
Wow.
Brave Bird into
I mean,
a
it
burn
really
Brave Bird,
did.
you
And
had a
at this
chance to.
point, you know, Stealth Rocks being
So
up is
going
really
for
important.
U-turn
True
here,
power-
I just want to specify to everyone, attack where they can't defend. A lot of Draft League players will just click for momentum. Do not do that. U-turn was a terrible play there, and they got punished for it. And then some people get punished for good plays. But in general, he should click Brave Bird there. It doesn't matter if I'm going to switch. I do not have a good switch into Brave Bird. That is obvious. Even if I like go into a defensive Blastoise or the Zamazenta, those are things that are now less checks to your other Pokemon. Momentum truly meant nothing there at the end of the day. Like, you're still going to have a chance to get the Sandy Shocks sacked to something else. U-turn just overall wasn't as beneficial with the risk of that 30% burn. Because you get nothing out of it against Moltres because your team doesn't deal with Moltres that well, period.
But we've already burned one of their offensive threats. We do have the Stealth Rocks up as of now, which is nice. We get to U-turn and bring in the
Signed up for your first Draft League. Nice, Bethany. Let's get some dubs
on the field and keep that pressure up, as that's going to help us a ton with the Hisuian Typhlosion.
My question here is if we're going to hear any really, 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 really bad jokes.
I actually don't know, because there is no Alolan Sandslash here. I don't know.
I mean, I know my Moltres switch was valid. I'm saying he should know to click Brave Bird there.
Yeah, that's a little
not
different.
Yeah,
Okay.
Draft League player clicking
Interesting.
U-turn
I mean,
has been a meme for like over a year and a
Yeah,
half
I
now.
don't really know what
Because
we
people
do with
focus
the
too much
dog
on
here. I assume we have
momentum
to switch out
instead of just
immediately.
thinking of the correct play.
But it is interesting. This is not the greatest matchup for us. It was a nice kind of in-between play. But that next one is going to be pretty interesting. I don't know exactly what.
Chilling Water was
Arnold
also
wants to
very
bring
interesting
in
here.
on this,
I
you know.
disagree with
This
the
is a
Slow
weird
King
matchup,
build.
Tyler. There were a lot
And
of
this
things that were
warned me
expected
that he
we
also
haven't really seen. So
that a
there's
non-Fistef
lot
Slow
to
King was
learn.
brought against a Sneasler
Well, and I know
as
one
well.
thing that Ben is expected to be on the Slow King, and there it is as the Thunder Wave.
Because that showed
So
he was like max
knows the
special
back of
defense.
his
That's why the
mind,
Heavy
a
Slam did so
switch
much,
there
even at
puts that
-1.
on the table. Not ideal to have it here, but
Yeah.
again, unfortunately, it's really just not the greatest
Fizdef
matchup
for
Blossom.
Breloom,
Yeah.
So I don't
Zamazenta,
think
Gyarados
Ben,
to get off a Thunder
compared
Wave,
to what could be
or
paralyzed,
Sludge Bomb or
not the
something.
most upset with
is
this, but
huge.
that hurts.
And
What?
that Heavy Slam would have
Now
kept him in
this-
range for the future.
This is fantastic. John, I've got a question for
like
you.
Landon
This
was not
was a
able to
great
use
joke being told
anything from
in
my
the
mic
battle.
in
I
this
figured I
battle
would bring one of my
because
own.
people gave me props for keeping
How
my
does a
cool.
penguin build its house?
Visually,
I
I'm
don't
keeping
know,
my
Tyler.
cool.
How does it?
I am cursing like a sailor
It glues
underneath
it
my breath.
together.
I'm I'm holding you responsible for this turn. I'm holding you
And once again,
responsible.
that's
You're
partially
going
just
get
to
rid of
the
stealth
fact that I have to wait
rocks.
40 minutes to get this battle
I don't
going.
like this one bit. What I do like is that we have a lot of information.
This play
on the
confused me. This play
glowing circle,
confused
which is
John
really
for the
nice.
entirety
Obviously,
of the
it's not a
video.
soul dust. We learned that in a lot of different ways.
I don't
We know
understand
two
his
gets
full
moved.
thought process
That's great.
unless he
We
was
do see
just
the
counting
rapid
on the
spin. I
fact that he's
was hoping that we
traditionally
could
lucky
see the Moltres
and I was
brought
going to get
in.
parried here.
That was a little bit risky. You know, maybe the opponent just went for
Yes, he
the
wants
rock
to get the
move
full amount of
to
eruption
predict
damage from
that.
Typhlosion,
Okay,
but I
wow,
still don't think that's
I
your proper
I'm-
switch there.
Tyler, I really overthought that. They stayed in so confidently. I don't. I don't think I understand what happened there, and then it confused me. I think you need to take over for a second. I need to really kind of think.
Yeah,
about
he was
that.
boots
And
too, wasn't he? Like he was at 100% health.
predict that was a little bit risky. You know, maybe the opponent just went for the rock move to predict that. I really think second. I need to really kind of think about what's happening.
Yeah, that was just wild. I don't get it.
think on either
He's
side.
like, I knew he wasn't
that-
Choppel, and if he was Choppel anyways, I get rid of
the
it for
opponent's
Balloon.
team is
So like, I
not
really didn't care.
thought it would be.
No, I knew he
So
was
I
boots
think
because I
right
saw
now
him
both
not take
sides are
damage.
just kind of
And this eruption does
scrambling
nothing.
to
It shows that
piece
he's modest
together
choice scarf.
what this is gonna look like.
Well, you
Because
say that
Also, the
this is
fact
an
that
easy
he
flip
got
turn.
rid of rocks,
Like a very
sacrificing his
easy flip
extra
turn.
drill will do
I just
so,
got so, I mean, they brought
and
in
then
the extra
doesn't
drill
commit
so
to Terra is the more
confidently on a
questionable
body
part.
press
Because like, what was even the
machine.
point of really removing it
And
anyways if you're not
I-
going to get a Terra eruption off?
I mean, rapid spin is very important.
That's
but
the
we
part
have
I
this
don't
switch in
understand.
on eruption.
Yeah, I would
think it
like justifying it is
the boldness
okay
of
if
that
you're gonna
play
tear it
threw
into
me off
fire,
so much.
but
Tyler,
not
correct
tearing
me if
fire
I'm
here
wrong,
makes it
we still
questionable.
have the ability to get
And
stuff
not
rocks
tearing
like
this
that.
is the correct play because Terra Registeel is a lot better in the matchup
So that is
compared to
really
the Terra Typhlosion.
shocking. Now,
You want to make
know,
sure you're not
this thing is
vulnerable
back in,
to Mach
having a
Punch
good
from
time,
Breloom.
but Tyler is very able to bring a
and-
Moltres. Tyler, jeez, I see.
I guess body press is
I'm
not
up
your
and
go-to,
down. I'm left.
but-
I'm right, Tyler.
I wouldn't.
And
do
then I
that.
get this
would do what
perfect
Beneral's
opportunity here
doing,
just to get
because
Stealth Rocks
now
right back up now
Ola's
that
gone.
Exadrill is gone. So
Bring this thing out, sacrifice it, and before you do, get up rocks.
verbally, I was.
Yeah, I need the reset.
Mustache
I
and all.
am so shocked that they sacrificed the Excadrill to get rid of rocks when we still have the ability to get rocks up. Very generally, like, I can understand the thought process. I think I must be missing something where I'm still stuck on it. You know, and the Typhlosion's coming in to make sure it can maximize eruption. But we still
This
have the
was-
Blastoise at a good amount of health.
Apart from turn 1, his one
But
other
I
good
think
play
Here, if Ben stays in, he can get some good
of
information.
doubling his Hisuian Typhlosion.
Because Typhlosion, because this is not Radical Red, it is not
But
fast.
once again, I
So
can
by
confirm his
outspeeding there,
Choice
I think
Scarf
that's
here.
gotta be Scarf.
Get rid of Sandy Shocks. I got rocks up. That's all that matters. Why are you giving me ads? I played through this entire video. You should not be giving me any
It's
ads.
absolutely Scarf. That is what Ben expected. But now we just bring in Darkrai, and we go for Dark Pulse. Really, really fantastic.
And
spot that
some
Ben
people
is in.
questioned
I'm
here.
bringing myself
You
back
had
to
Trick on the
I
Darkrai for
apologize to
Pokemon like
everybody.
Registeel that
I
we're
was
setting
all
up.
over the
Why
place.
would
I
you
was
not
very-
Trick
I was
here
very
if you knew the
confused,
Registeel
very
was coming
scared.
in? Why'd you double
But
into
now it
Breloom?
seems like Ben is.
I was just trying to get the most
gotta
necessary
be
chip everywhere
expecting
for
Reggie.
Scarf Darkrai to
I
win.
do understand
Because
the
Scarf
prediction
Darkrai
here.
can easily
Both
win, and I
sides
need to keep my
fought
Scarf
way
because
too
he's
hard
double Scarf
to win the
between
hazard
Galar
move.
Zapdos
I would prefer the
and
safe play,
Hisuian Typhlosion.
damage, like
Obviously, we
stealth
didn't
damage plus
confirm
the
it was
attacking
Choice
damage
Scarf
would
on
just go
Zapdos, but the
straight
fact that he
Ben.
went
Like,
for U-turn directly
multiple Pokemon
into
were lost
a
to get here.
Sandy Shocks
I would
that
not
would have
overthink
naturally
this
outsped. That basically confirms it.
Yeah,
Otherwise, that's just
it
an
is
insane play
difficult
because you could have just
because
died to a
there are some
Thunderbolt.
Pokemon, and
So.
this is what I never really fully understood with the Reggies as legendaries, because I don't like slow legendaries that can't do a ton of damage. Some are either
luck on your draft
especially
game.
defensive or they're physically defensive. Registill's both, so there's
Yeah.
not exactly a great plan of attack against it. So I understand with Darkrai there not thinking that it's
And
worth
it took me
to
some
get
time
up
here just to make
damage.
sure
Normally
that
with
I thought
Darkrai
I
in
was
any
the right
situation,
play.
It's going to do a ton of damage.
But
I don't
if
care.
he stays in
With
here,
Registeel, I understand
he
trying to
always
play around it this
tears.
way, but
I
I
also
get your
Bullet
side
Seed just
too.
because there
It's a
is
tough
potential that he
spot,
switches
and
into Galar
especially
Zap.
with the team that
Since
Ben
he's
has
leftovers,
to
I know he's not
account for what
Chesto,
he
meaning
thought
there's
would
a
be on the
chance that he's
other
Rest plus Sleep Talk.
Registeel is not super
and I think
easy
that's
to
the
deal
only
with,
reason
even
you
though
stay
it
in
can't
against
deal
Breloom
a
here.
ton of damage itself
Because this
on the
Registeel is your
surface,
win
although it
con.
can take advantage of
Typhlosion
that
gets walled by
body
Blastoise and
presses,
rocks
which
are up.
we're used to from Zindalia, so.
Yeah,
Galar's
this was
Aptos
a
is burned.
fantastic
Rotom was
approach on
obviously
Coach's
just an early
side.
game pivot that really can't do
It's-
anything against
I guess the question is,
like Darkrai
can
and
this
stuff.
Breloom
So
1v1
this is his
Registeel,
win con,
or is this an
and
easy
he
switch
risked
out
it getting
on the
Spore,
opponent's side? Like,
which
how
is
exactly does this look? You know, that's really going to decide things.
crazy,
Obviously, Darkrai
but-
was not going to 1v1 the Registeel, so I am very hopeful that there can be some egg on my face and that this was the perfect play.
At the same time, it might have been his best opportunity to set up.
Very correct assumption that this would be the Terra. This is doing a lot of damage, so far.
It's loaded dice, but we need 5 here, I think.
So
I think there's a lot of eggs.
if
all
I
over
got
my
5
face,
there,
which is going to
even
really
after the
hurt my
Iron
feelings,
Defense
to be
plus
quite
leftovers,
honest.
Bullet Seed would have killed again.
I do
I-
see the
and
Iron Defense.
Even if I got like the
don't know
max,
for sure, but
or like, sorry,
we
the
get
minutes
5 that we
rolls
put
of
the
Bullet
Iron
Seed and it was
Defense
only 4, maybe we
and
wouldn't have killed.
the health back.
But at least would have confirmation if
either
had
we need
rest
some
or
luck or been
anything
down.
like that, and then Moltres would have killed after.
Yeah, but we
Because
have a really
there is a
fantastic
chance I could have
stretch
stayed in here
and,
with
you know,
Breloom,
I
just
get
click
it.
Bullet Seed again, and then click
I could be
Flamethrower
very
after.
incorrect with that Dark
But the
Pulse,
fact
but
is, if he
I
was
felt
Rest
like
plus
at
Sleep
this point
Talk,
we have
because
the
once again, I
ability
thought
to
there was
be
no
able
way
to
you stay in
react
against
and put
Breloom
yourself in the
unless
best
you have
spot.
Sleep
I
Talk
think
because of Spore.
This has worked out really perfectly at this point, and he should
But
be able
we don't
to
see
do what
that. He just
needs
goes
to
for Body
do
Press, and then he shows
with
Rock Tombs following turn.
Oh, with the Hurricane! Oh no!
Oh, no, Ben.
Is SD a
Do
bad
you
play
know
this
what
turn?
organization you
If you were
coach for?
talking about the first
I've been
turn,
here before.
This could turn the tide of everything.
yeah, because I don't get anything out of it if you were to go hard into Galar's
or
app.
fit
I
the
get nothing
mold
out of the turn.
everything that we have
So the main reason I
established this
clicked Bullet Seed that
organization
turn was if he goes Galar's app, I'm getting all the necessary chip to where Darkrai can just lock into Dark Pulse and just win from there.
Last time I used Hurricane in the battle,
Or
I missed the
additionally,
3 times and lost to a world champ.
Breloom
Most
can get an
recent
SD
time,
later
my organization used
against like
Hurricane.
Rotomo and then
The
win from there.
easiest way we take down Registeel is dead.
It's all about progress at the end of the day for your mid game before you can set up a
That
win con.
is-
Setting up too early really isn't
I'm
beneficial.
gonna make a bold statement here.
And just to speak on that Rock Tomb, he obviously had attack investment because when I put Rock Tomb into the default Registeel calc, never killed me. Never. Registeel is obviously very weak, and I had a fair amount of HP into Moltres, and Rock Tomb's a rather weak base power move. So we were at 53%, and the max amount of damage was 52. So assuming he had, like, I think it was it 36? I think it was 36 investment in attack to always 2-hit KO a non-bulky Moltres with Rock Tomb, which is weird still because Moltres would then just outspeed you still. Then it was a 30% chance. So between the 30% chance to miss Hurricane and the 30% chance to like get that kill with Rock Tomb there, I think it was 33. Assuming that was his investment. If he was more, then, you know, the roll was probably more in his favor, obviously. And if he was less, then it was even less chance of it knocking me out. But assuming it was the 33% chance times the 30% chance of me missing, he gets a 9.9% chance of that turn going his way there. So, love that probability. And even if he didn't kill, I would have outsped the next turn. He would have to be a ridiculous amount of speed in order to break through there. And we already know he's max HP. So, and more than likely, since he was Rock Tomb on that, his last move was probably Heavy Slam for Clefable. He was just focused on breaking through on as much thing as possible and not necessarily winning with it. So he went into this game with no win con. But this is the difficult part to where I have to go Breloom and it's costing me 2 Pokemon now no matter what. I can't go Darkrai after the Breloom here because it's not going to be enough or low enough for me to get the kill.
Right
so
move to have on that set.
It was. I'm mad that it was our best option.
and they talk about Air Slash
you
here. Air Slash would
maybe
not
Air
have done
Slash
enough.
would have been
Same
enough,
thing
maybe
would have
we got
happened if he got in the
Everything
roll.
should learn Aero
Yes,
Blast.
there's the chance to
That's
flinch,
my
but
statement.
I needed Hurricane for the proper damage this game between this Registeel,
to be in.
Hisuian, or sorry, not Hisuian, Galar Slowking, and Dondozo. I needed Hurricane. Air Slash was not cutting it this game. So
we're missing a Hurricane on a Registeel.
the 5-hit here really didn't matter. The only way it would have mattered is if it was going to be a crit.
Couldn't get a 5-hit.
5-hit there really didn't matter.
Now,
But
we have had to sacrifice 2 Pokemon in the spots but I am hopeful at this range, Darkrai would be able to do what it needs to do.
And John was being very helpful
Obviously,
here.
it does resist
Spadef
Dark,
Registeel
so
is
maybe that is just
totally,
bold to think that it would be
totally
able
out
to
of
with a non-stab
range here.
move.
For anyone who wants to cook like a pro, do
I
not
want to
buy
cook like a
mediocre
pro,
knives.
but I'd rather you not be on my screen.
The bringing in of this is telling me that
Yeah,
it
we
was
know that
bold.
Ben is running those calcs, and he knows that there's got to be some.
No, yeah, that's like
Yeah, absolutely.
35% on that Registeel.
This is a very unfortunate situation. It's happened a few times in the Playmore history where it's just draft league.
And I'll point out a
Sometimes
few more
they
turns here.
Set up and it takes a lot of resources to get out of the situation. It's
So
not the end of the
Surf
battle.
here, you can tell there
It
after
is
leftovers,
really
no way it's gonna
unfortunate.
kill.
You can see the battle slipping
They go for
away
body
turn
press
after turn as you are
instead.
losing Pokemon.
If they
And,
weren't,
you
if
know,
they
it's
took a
tough.
second to
Like,
calc,
Hurricane
because
hits,
they knew we were
you're
Assault
in a
Vest.
much different spot. That is the
If
risk
they
of
Iron
running
Defensed
a
again,
Hurricane.
I wouldn't have
You
killed
know,
them with
at
2
this
surfs,
point,
because
like,
I would have stayed
maybe
out
we
of
could have
Torrent,
brought Blastoise
and he would kill me with
out
Body
first
Press
and get this
after.
off and have done this.
However,
Maybe
he
that
puts
would
me
have
in
put
Torrent,
into
and he
range
dies for it.
where-
Additionally, if he just goes into Rotom Mow here, he now has something that can live a Dark Pulse from Darkrai easily. And with leftovers, basically negate a Dark Pulse hit. But he doesn't think that through, and he just lets it go here, giving me an opportunity to win, basically. If he saved it, then it would have been more difficult. Because he knows I'm Choice Scarf, because I made a double, and I switched out first.
You know, the Breloom could have taken it out. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I've been in many spots where you realize, oh, did I sacrifice a Pokemon I didn't need to? It's hard to
So
say.
even when we were getting
But
all
all we know
unlucky,
is
he was still making the
Registeel
incorrect
is
plays to give me a
gone.
chance.
And now it's time to regroup and figure out how do we win? What is our win?
And this,
We
I
do
debated
still have
going
that Darkrai,
into
and that is going to be a problem for
Samacenta.
our opponent.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
the
he
clear
runs
thing
those
here
back
is, if I
so
have my
that's
sacks,
probably
I
not
can
exactly
win.
what he does.
However, if he goes for
That's
Volt Switch,
3
I'm in a
Pokemon
worse spot.
Lost because of one miss that would have been avoided.
And I could not risk him going for Volt Switch for that
So,
reason alone.
When we look back,
I
on
took
the story
a little bit of
this battle,
time
Ben's
debating
able
it
to
here,
pull out. Hurricane
but
is what
if
set up
he
the dramatic comeback
got momentum
that he was
against the
able to pull off.
Zamazenta, get extra
If you
free
lose,
regen
There is one
on
very pivotal moment to look back on.
Slow
That is
King,
the total deciding factor.
or just
What
go
is what
into the
completely swung
Typhlosion
this
immediately
battle.
and he's just picking one off.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it
Sucks.
is
It's
a
just like,
3 to 4 battle. There
it's not good
was
there.
one of my bigger blunders in commentating. I still cannot believe the Excadrill was as bold as it was, but it fought to get rid of.
I
Stark
can't
Rocks,
speak to their other
and it
games.
was very in vain. The battle had an interesting turning point around Stealth Rocks. Could that possibly be what we need to win?
See,
this
I'm
battle?
mad there
That
because I'm like,
extra
he didn't
chip.
even go for Volt
Give
Switch.
us the
There's a
role
chance
we
he didn't
possibly
have it
need in
because he
these
was a check
situations.
pack.
We'll have to see. We do
But
have
that's still
at
strange
least
to me.
one
Not having
Pokemon
Volt Switch
we
on Rotom
can
Mow at the end of the day is
sacrifice.
just like,
I was kind of thinking we
it's
would bring in
Rotom Mow.
Darkrai here and
punish
then
the
we
ground
have
types
the
with Leaf
Blossom
Storm. You want to be able to get that free momentum.
Blackbeard to have it be stuck on another move. Seems like that is going to be what we see here.
Yeah, I hovered
So
over
that-
Zalma just in
that
case
is
because I'm like,
nice.
maybe
It's
if I get a
Typhlosion,
rest
it's
and then
Rotom
there's
Mow,
a
it's
chance.
Galarian
But the
Zapdos,
fact
and
is,
Galarian
Restful
Slowpoke.
Sleep Talk
If
makes
we
it
can
just
play
not
a
possible.
proper game with this Darkrai
And with
locking into the right moves,
that
we do be
Hisuian
in a good
Typhlosion,
spot. Now the opponent has
um,
many things to sacrifice here.
I'm not
It's
killing it
easy to
at
one-shot
50%
this
with
Pokemon,
Heavy
especially
Slam.
if they're fighting type
So-
burn, Tyler.
And
Yeah,
that's
it's
if
a
I get
way
the correct
not
Sleep Talk roll
directly to
anyways, which is a
victory, but
33%
everything
chance.
you laid out,
So I had to,
it's not
at
a
the end of the
hopeless
day,
situation.
rely on a Dark Pulse flinch
Ben's
here.
definitely on the back foot.
I had to
and
click
it's gonna
Ice
have to
Beam
be
over Dark Pulse. No point
perfect
risking
for
a
the rest
flinch
of this
yet.
battle.
And I can't
And
go
think
for Sludge
the other
Bomb
goal
because I
for
don't
Ben,
want to give Galar Slow
as
King.
much
Well,
as
realistically,
the
you could
battle
still go Galar
is
Slow King
Chief
here.
Aim
You
number
really
one.
could.
We've talked about
Just
that
to get as much
differential.
health
We've
as
seen how
possible.
close the standings
Or
have
like
been.
already click it
I think
now.
in the back of your mind,
But he
you
opts to
think
go
whatever
Hisuian
it takes,
Typhlosion,
take down as much of the other team with you.
which is better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that actually
There's still
forces
a
the
chance
kill on
to
my next
win,
Pokemon,
and you're
meaning
not gonna win,
next time
lose
Darker
one.
comes in,
You know,
it's completely
both
locked
of
in.
those are
So.
difficult, and we are really gonna see if Ben can figure out some magic here. Now,
Oh yeah, it was only
this is
75
really
to
good
Hisuian
play on the
Typhlosion, so yeah,
opponent's part.
Salma was never the play.
Sacrifice the Rotom. You do not need that for anything at that point. See what he locks into. Ideally, you outspeed with a Choice Scarf, Typhlosion, but if Ben is Scarfed, well, if Ben isn't Scarfed, you can bring this in, do a bunch of damage, you're in a good spot. If Ben is Scarfed, he's stuck in Ice Beam. There is no loss for the opponent here outside of this Pokemon getting hurt by Stealth Rocks. We're going to sacrifice Blossom. The next time that Pokemon problem, he's still going to... Ooh, okay.
Heat Wave kind of bounced
Now,
off, but didn't
Ben
matter.
is in his
Also, the
mind
fact he was
thinking
Heat
that
Wave for
Darkrai
more
needs to be able
damage
to
over
take some
Flamethrower,
hits. I was
risking
thinking
the
maybe
chance to
bring in
miss.
Darkrai after the Heat Wave. It lives the
It's
Heat
funny.
Wave. Goes for the Dark Pulse, but maybe that's too easy of a switch for the Galarian Zapdos, and this more...
And I just always click DP
forces,
here. He makes the
a death
correct
on
play
the
of
opponent's
just
side,
sacking,
which we
but he
do
also
see,
isn't
which is very
switching much
nice.
this game
The big
anyways.
question, does this give us room to kill the Galarian Zapdos? Is it possible that we can flinch it to death?
And
after
I don't
that
think
miss?
order necessarily
wondering what the
mattered
order
here.
is going to be
It was coming down to the flinch
the
on Galar
opponent.
Slowking no matter what.
Oh,
That
And
not
I'll
too
explain why the
surprising.
flinch
It
on
makes me go back
Zapdos
earlier in the
doesn't
battle.
matter.
As much as I said, if
So, if we got off that heavy slam,
any
he
Pokemon
was in
gonna be
range.
paralyzed, Ben didn't mind
because
it.
he took so much
being the
damage the
dog.
first time,
It wasn't the fact that it got
even
paralyzed.
at -1.
It was the full paralysis that came after, and if it got that hit off, I don't
So, reason why the flinch here matters and it doesn't matter against Galar Zapdos,
know
actually I
the
don't need to
numbers enough
pause.
to tell you if that move
That
right
Sludge
there
Bomb
would've killed,
damage
but we can look
100%
back,
puts us
and
in
there's a
range
chance
of
that if that hit would have gotten off through the paralysis
close
all that
combat,
time
even with
ago,
the
it doesn't
burn.
guarantee that all the
So
events
now Galar
that happened
Zapdos only
after
has to
that
click
would
move
have gone
once.
as though they had.
If
But that first
we
move
took
gotta
no
kill
damage
the
at all,
Zapdos
or
key
we
damage.
killed because they had the heavy slam chip on
You
from
could be
prior,
right,
getting
Tyler,
less
but
regen
I
when they
will
came back out.
absolutely take it. We were able to get rid of that thing. We have a chance
Thus,
to
we
win
would have had
now.
Darkrai
It's
at
going to
100%.
come down to
Galar
flinches.
Zapdos comes in
But
here,
the worst thing that
takes
could happen
Stealth
is a
Rocks.
1-0 loss,
It's burned.
which did not seem very
Close
likely
combat,
at a
Max
certain
is going to
point.
They said
do
the differential
72%
was
with the
huge,
burn
5-4.
if they're just max attack Jolly.
Comes down to this, though. There's a chance.
A crit had a chance to kill me.
There's a
I'm going to
chance.
just say it because it didn't come into play.
Come on.
Yes, that Dark Pulse didn't do too much. They go for close combat. They lower their special defense. They take burn damage. They die to the next Dark Pulse. So the flinch came down to Slowking, or the fact if we got that heavy slam damage off on turn whatever at the towards the way beginning of the battle. And the crit here with close combat doesn't matter. It just makes me laugh.
Is
So.
the close combat
Because
crits.
every move that Galar Zapdos
I
clicked,
don't think that
crit.
mattered.
And that U-turn crit
It does.
on
There's
Moltres
a little bit
actually
more
potentially
question,
mattered
and I think it
because
took
maybe
another
that
two
Rock
Dark
Tomb
or
wouldn't have
another
killed
Dark
me.
Pulse at least, or it'll take
So.
it to-
I don't understand why they decided to let Galar Slowking go down before Zapdos. The order didn't matter. Because Galar Zapdos was still dying, like, with the amount of damage it was taking. So if they went Galar Zapdos first, since they are burned and I'm at 100%, once again, max, they're going to bring me down to like 30, 28%. And they lower their defenses. Now if they say, oh crap, I don't want to have my defenses lowered anymore, let me switch out, doesn't matter. Because they're coming in on Stealth Rocks and they're taking that 12% again, meaning next time they definitely are in range. It's kind of like the same equivalent as a drop. And then if they go into Galar Slowking, it still would have came down to that flinch. So either way, without that heavy slam chip from prior, it was coming down to the flinch on Galar Slowking. The Zapdos really didn't matter at the end of the day. And yeah, I had the Flame Body go my way, but once again, it was being punished for a bad play clicking U-turn on turn 2 when they should have Brave Bird. So it was a very close game, to be fair, yes, because my team was better and I played my outs properly. It just sucked that it came down to all those things at the end of the day. And once again, even though I don't know their correct investment, the exact investment for Registeel with that Rock Tomb, assuming it was just enough to get the 2 AKO on a no HP, no defense Moltres, I think with the roll with the HP I was at, they had a 33% chance to kill with that. So factoring in all the things from the 25% chance we get fully parried with Dog, the chance we don't get a 5-hit with Bullet Seed on Breloom compared to a 4-hit because we're loaded dice, the Hurricane miss, the Rock Tomb killing. Is there anything else? Oh, and us not getting the flinch with Dark Pulse. It came down to a 1.0% chance. If any of those things went in my favor, it would have been different. But he got the 1.0% timeline. He got the Doctor Strange timeline in order to win this game. So, doing probability and seeing the chances of that for Pokemon can really hit you. But yes, I only lost 0-1, so it's not end of the world. It just sucks because you can't be 4-4 going into playoffs with top 8 in a 16-coach format. You have to be 5-3. And I really wanted to be 7-1 for this season. I wasn't expecting 8-0. I never expect undefeated. If it happens, it happens. But there's always games like this. Or a game I played off, like Dashing. And you can argue the odds just have not been in my favor for my losses. But against Dashing, he just had the better advantage early on in the game in different builds. So I was kind of off that game. And he played solid. But this one, I got punished for playing better. Just to say it bluntly. Because that's how I feel. Alright, now that Heated Ben is gone, we're going to move to the next one, which is Muffins' game against Common Boy. And if anyone has any questions about the previous game, just let me know. Once again, this one's going to stay muted. And I'll just talk through as we watch it. I'm going to make the playback speed 1.25 too. And for anyone still chilling in chat, please like the stream so I know you're here. We're only at 10 likes with 22 people. I know people are coming in and out. I do appreciate you being here though. That is a Numble on your screen. Muffins finally brought Numble. Ooh. Muffins is at 799 subscribers. I need you guys to subscribe to Muffins and let them hit 800. I'm dropping their channel. Oh, Muffins also is right there too. Let Muffins hit 800. Okay. So they have Stockpile, Numble with Terra Blast with Terra Fairy, and then I think it was traditional stabs, so Earth Power plus Fire type move. Rocky Helmet, Toxapex again. Soul Vest, Iron Hands again. Akaberry on Superior for Skeledirge? Is that the only thing you'd have it for? Maybe something else? Choice Scarf Fish. I'm surprised you didn't think about it when I looked at the initial part of the Team Builder Muffins, but you could, I mean, I don't know if it was, but Big Fat Azu with the Soul Vest is like one of the best fish sets, which is probably what you faced. And then Culver Berry Latios, which I do like the Culver Berry here. Oops, not that. Subbed. Congrats on 800 Muffins. So in looking at this, lead Superior. See, the issue is Superior really struggles breaking through Amoonguss. Like, it's really good into the rest of the team, even though you do have Unaware Dirge still. It's still very solid. Let's see. Is that the best lead? Yeah, because I mean, even if you have Toxic Spikes on Toxapex, it's not worth it because of that Amoonguss. Yeah, it's probably just the best because you can get a glare off on literally anything. So. Yeah, Hands had a field day, and then Toxapex walls it always because it's not huge power with Belly Drum. Because huge power Belly Drum knockoff is sort of the only thing that can beat Toxapex. For Azu, to be clear. It was a good lead for you, especially with that Akka. Starting to glare everything. I respect it. That's what I did with Serp last season. So. Apparently, I just need to click Spore and Hypnosis. So. Even though I can only do that once. Even though I wouldn't even land the Hypnosis. Glare is such an insane move. I honestly hope in the next generation they release an item that just prevents you from being paralyzed. Plain and simple. Because I hate that status more than anything. Because like freeze is so rare. Sleep you can work around in certain ways because there's really only spore you have to worry about. Spore and sleep powder you can avoid with safety goggles. And then hypnosis is obviously 60%, so it's just like they're just practically flipping a coin. And then burn, it's like it only applies to your physical attackers at the end of the day. So, and Will-O-Wisp has a chance to miss. But so many things get Thunderwave and so many things get Glare that Glare is just so strong, especially for the fact that it can paralyze ground types. What do I think of Darkrai with using it this gen? I mean, I think it's worth the points. I think it's a top tier mon. Like, I understand if people are still like underwhelmed by it, but I think maybe they're just not building around it properly and they're just kind of tossing it on there because they want to use it. I think the main thing with Darkrai is just there's so many good dark types this generation. I would 100% draft like Roaring Moon, Greninja, Hisuian, Samurott, things like that before Darkrai after using it now. I think it pairs extremely well with Zamazenta, so I am happy I have it on the team, although I still would have preferred Gren. I mean, it's performing very well with me. It's my MVP, and after this specific week, Darkrai, I think, was tied for third for most kills in the league, because I think he's at 9 now. It's 8 or 9, because he picked up 3 this week, and then he had 3 in the week prior to that. So he's been doing fine for me. I mean, I can understand the issue that people have with it, though, because this is like, you don't really want to like run a hypnosis set, because it's just the accuracy, man. Even if you run wide lens, then you're missing out a lot of damage with Darkrai because you're not running a boosting item, and then it only boosts it from 60% accurate hypnosis to 66. So it's just like, is it really worth it? So, like, it's still very strong, though. Nasty Plot can easily win games if your opponent's not careful or if you get up, like, screens for it or something. And it's not even, like, that frail. Like, it has, like, decent natural bulk, but it's still going to die to, like, any stab super effective hit. And it has a lot of good utility, too. I wish they didn't get rid of Thunderbolt on it. That's the part I don't understand. So having to potentially rely on Thunder over Thunderbolt's pretty annoying. But its coverage is insanely strong. And having Nasty Plot's a good thing. You can even be Calm Mind if you really wanted to. You can knock off Assault Vests that are coming in against you. Like, Darkrai has amazing utility and its speed is outstanding to where it's definitely worth the amount of points where it is up there. And if people call it mid-cry, I think they're just building around it poorly, to be completely honest. Like, it definitely has flaws. Because, I mean, the other thing is it's basically a Pokemon without an ability. Because more than often, you're not really going to be able to get the most use out of Bad Dreams. Unless you're sub-Hypnosis. I think that's literally the only way you run Hypnosis. Unless you're just feeling really lucky. I only suggest going sub-Lefties Hypnosis if you want to run it. Call it mid-cry. I don't think it's mid. Just like how people were calling Roaring Moon Roaring Mid when I used it before GBA, and then I got an insane amount of kills with it. Yes, it was Terra, but people were still calling it that, even like on the OU ladder, and then it got banned at one point, and now it's back, and now it's one of the top used Pokemon once again because its power is just insane. It's just insane. People didn't respect Roaring Moon. I really want to use Roaring Moon again, and I might the very next league. We'll see. Does your opponent have a YouTube channel? Chef Ramsey, I don't think he uploaded any of his stuff. I don't know if he has a channel. I don't think it would be a smart idea to have a channel with your name being Chef Ramsey anyways. Terra on itself is crazy. I mean, the Terra is even out because there's a lot of insane Terra, but... I used Gouging Fire in a Showdown League that I did on the side. I had an insane team with that. Unfortunately, I lost playoff due to missing moves and getting hacks, kind of exactly like this week, unfortunately. I had Gouging Fire, Greninja, Rillaboom, So Gouging Fire took less from ground type moves and terrain and getting healed. Zapdos, which missed so many hurricanes, just like Moltres. Tinkaton, which I loved using. Hawlucha for the terrain abusing. What was my ground type? I don't remember my ground type right now. Was it? No, it wasn't Swampert. Was it? It might have been, but Gouging Fire is a great mon. I honestly want to use it again if I could use it in Sun. 100%, I would use Roaring Moon and Gouging Fire on the same team. If possible. I would use it on the same team if I can get Sun with it, because that's insane. And I know people like using like other Paradox Dragons in terms of Walking Wake or Raging Bolt in comparison with Gouging Fire. You don't put them together though, Raging Bolt and Walking Wake, just because they're double special and people can work around that with AVs. But one physical Dragon Breaker and one special Dragon Breaker getting boosted by Sun, that's insanely strong. So Gouging Fire paired with Spectera, Luca, and a Nam with Umbreon, Torkoal, Quag, and Corvi to support it. I think that's too much support, but that's strong support. That's just like Josh in this league. I think he has too many Pokemons around it. Like, it's a very strong Pokemon, but at the end of the day, if you draft voice crack, if you draft too much bulk in this generation, I think you get punished for it. Like, if you want to run balanced, it still has to be like bulky offense for the most part. That's why in this league, I was specifically trying to draft a lot more HO. Like, obviously, apart from Clefable, that's really the only thing that's kind of like only set in terms of like traditionally bulky. Otherwise, everything is bulky offense on my team. Terra Lilligant, nice. Terra Lilligant with Quiver Dance and Sun is pretty sick. Terrifier Weather Balls. Wait, does it get Weather Ball? I don't remember. I think it does. Or is Lilligant always down there because it doesn't have it and it only has grass coverage? I can't remember. But even if it's not Weather Ball, at the very least you could get Terra Blast, so. I haven't been paying attention at all to this battle, but this is an awkward position for Skeledirge because you just get to keep spamming Draco if you want to. Okay, never mind, you're going to switch. Because Unaware does not care about your special attack drops, so you're always attacking at neutral with Draco Meteor. So I'm pretty sure like Specs, Lottie, and stuff can like always beat even a special defensive Skeledirge. Especially if it doesn't have Terra. If it has Terra, then it would Terra Fairy, but issue with Draco is you miss. Yo, imagine missing moves. Could be me. It's another tough thing with dragons, man. It's like you have, at least it's better than flying type moves for special dragons, but it's like Draco Meteor can miss, and it does have the side effect, of course, of dropping your special attack by 2. But Dragon Pulse just feels so much worse. Like, it's like, well, no, Dragon Pulse is only base 80, right? So, like, it's practically like Air Slash, but with no effect, too. So, and then when it comes to physical moves, you have Dragon Claw, which is, like, fine at base 85. And then it goes straight to Outrage, where you have to commit and fully lock yourself in, unless you have some special moves, so. Oh, they're both base 85, or is Dragon Claw base 90? Oh. Almost the same thing. Either way, Dragon is very similar to Flying, to where they have 2 insane of jumps in between their moves. We don't talk about that, Noivern. Energy Ball Amogus. That bounced off. Dude, I want to use Iron Hand so badly. leaking it now. Don't be surprised if you see Roaring Moon and Iron Hands on the same team for like my next league. Iron Hands is just a menace. It's got to be one of the best Pokemon in draft, especially for like its tier, because I mean the dude lives any hit. Like he's always going at least 1-for-1 in every game you bring him. And because he has Bolt Beam coverage, Stab close combat, potential SD with Drain Punch, it's just like, jeez, it's so hard to wear him down or even switch into him in the first place. Like the best benefit to have against like Iron Hands in a matchup is you have an Intimidate Mon, and you have strong special attackers, because then it has to decide between Clear Amulet and the Soul Vest. Bonus if you have a great like Spike Spammer, because then it can't even be Heavy Duty Boots. If you fit Gouging, Moon, and Hands together, that'd be funny. It wouldn't be awful, but if I have Gouging and Moon on the same team, I want Torkoal as well. And just between my top Mons and Gouging, Torkoal, and Iron Hands being all weak to ground, probably don't want to do that. Got to learn from that GBA season. So... having good electric with the Sun team, though, is nice. Oh, is this how you get the Numble kill? It's literally just you pick off a 1 HP as Elf. Or did I miss the Numble kill? That's the kill that I was looking forward to. Life Orb recoil. Hey Jay, how are you doing? Muffins, you owe us all refunds. Why the party emoji? What we celebrating? No, it's okay. You're Hariyama and you have guts. And I just love that in a Pokemon, that you can just click and you literally do not care what comes in. It's not necessarily because you're just like breaking. It's just because you're a goat. And you're just going to be able to eat anything the next turn if you really wanted to. And then click your next coverage move for that Pokemon. Oh, for hype Numble moment? Yeah, we need to like actually edit it to where there was like MW2 hit markers like all over the Azelf. And it was like MLG air horns just going off as it happened. That would have been a very funny edit. Hands at this point could win, but at this point, can you lose? I mean, I don't think you beat Dirge though, right? Actually, you might have beat Dirge without the poison. Especially if it has special defense investment, which it probably does for the Lottie against you. Yeah, you died to the next one because of poison. And the chip you took prior, you would have taken 2 otherwise. And he can't slack that off. Yeah, you're right. You would have been able to break through this. That is a greedy slack off. Did he not even pay attention to what the roll was? What are you doing? That's so greedy. For nothing. Like, yeah, now you're even weaker than before. And you could have had an extra, like, special attack boost. That's not a good play. Four attacks, Lottie. Not even to mention their risk. Like, the main thing there is you're risking crit the entire time. Nah, you should have Terra Dragon that, Lottie. That would have been funny. Common Boy's playing a little bit slow, so we gotta speed this up. Yeah, Terra by accident is scary, but you really gotta be like spam clicking like a very nervous person to be able to do that. Who's my opponent next week? My opponent next week is King. He uploaded a few times throughout this season. But not every week. Ooh, what a live. Do you predict Sucker Punch or you just click a move? Because I doubt that's Choice Band. If it was Choice Band, it probably killed you. King's got an interesting team, though. He's got Golden Go, Latios, Ursaluna, Terra Terrakion, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Quagsire, Diancie, Pheasantipity, Brute Bonnet, and Cacturn, and Cyclozar. I think that's everything. Overall, I think the matchup's in my favor. Who allowed Terra Terrakion? Ask Muffins in chat. Oh, it was banded? You got a hella bulk on that Lottie. Because, I mean, even though it's Colbur, he's critting you through it. Double fighting is really strong, and I don't think enough people use it. So, Track plus Urshifu is like very good, especially with the with the fact that you can Terra Tarak. Like the big thing for my opponent though is the fact they didn't have Terra Rock with Tarak. That blew my mind. Because not only Rock is very strong offensively, and what typically holds it back is the accuracy of the moves they use. Funny hurricane moment. But if you have Terra Blast with Terra Rock, not only is it now 2 times for your Rock type moves, considering you're increasing your stab, but you have Terra Blast with a 100% accurate 80 base Rock type move, which is a little bit weaker than Stone Edge, but you have something that's consistent and you're stronger. So, and you could still run Stone Edge if you really wanted to. You could run both. Like Tarak's just that good, and its coverage is kind of limiting for the most part. But his Terras with Tarak are Fighting, Fire, and Fairy. I don't understand the Fairy one. But Fire I don't fully follow either. I guess it's for Fairy and grass and you avoid burns. So, I don't know what I would do if I did it though. Fairy, you at least resist the fighting type moves that might be coming your way, but I mean, I would do both stabs for sure, so fighting and rock. And then I probably base the rest of them off my matchups, or the last one off my matchups, to be completely honest. I mean, you have Fecundipity, which is like a decent fairy. It's like not that offensive though, so maybe that's why you opted for it. Fairy still is just like a good default at the end of the day, but Salic Rock Blast. There's a 10% chance none of that hits. I actually had a Salic Terrakion way back in the day that won me a game. Salic Berry is good in a lot of matchups. I wouldn't say a lot of matchups, but it is good for like, you know, a wild card to have. I've won with Salic Garchomp before Scale Shot even existed. Salic Terrakion, both SD sets. They put in work. You just win this from this point, right? Oh, did you already get your helmet knocked off? Okay. Nostra Libre. Does this kill? Wow, Urshifu Spadef is so bad. Imagine dying to a Toxapex Surf. That's rough. Moonki. You just beat this 1v1, don't you? Good job keeping Lottie. Well, actually, you did risk Lottie. Did you have to, actually? Because otherwise it would be nice to keep the sleep on. Dude, I'm so petty. It's never happened to me. But if I were to have 2 Pokemon fall asleep, I would just immediately run away from the battle and be like, thank you. I win. Like, not even give them, like, a chance to play it out. Just be like, you messed up, give me that. Papa's got things to do. You don't want time messing around with a game he already won. Kirsten, why are you awake? Thank you for being here, though. I appreciate you. Kirsten. It's the bike. Look at it. It's so majestic. It's so stationary. Bye, fish. I bet you asked for a burn too, didn't you? You just went from this point. Your max defense. Earthquake could never kill you even with a crit. Yeah. It's gonna be cycled so hard. So hard. Good win, Muffins. I need a different Numble kill though. Kirsten, you miss. Num will get a kill. Okay, next we have crap. This is a short battle. This is a very short battle. Okay, what do we have for Pokemon? Protective Pads, Zapdos, Common Bring, or Protective Pads, Scizor into Zapdos. That's a Common Bring. Screamtail with lefties. Waconberry on your bird. Is that really only for Zapdos though? There's got to be another Pokemon that you had Wakanberry for. Otherwise, I don't really see how that being worth it for Zapdos. None of those Pokemon really get any electric coverage you need to worry about. It's got to be something that wasn't brought. Eject Button Politoed. Great for Kingdra. Love that. Life Orb Kingdra. I'm assuming Terra Water, because water spam into that team is insane. I think Kingdra might just outright destroy Will here. And then Umbreon. Umbreon's really solid. Should be able to always break through Spectrier, so. You're gate crashing. Well, I hope you are able to stream soon, so then I can spam your chat. And watch you play Zelda. Can't kill Pokemon, they faint. They faint. They faint. They faint. We just say kill because we're men and we like to sound cooler and tough. But they faint. And then we cry. And then we bring them Nurse Joy and say, Mommy, help him. I mean, Nurse Joy, help him. Sorry if I missed our stream, but just wondering, in your battle in Moltres and missed the Hurricane, but Registeel was burned, would that have been a winning scenario? It depends. I mean, it still would have came down to whether or not I hit the second Hurricane. Because more than likely 2 Rock Tombs would have killed me. And if 2 Rock Tombs didn't kill me, I would have been -2 speed, and he would have outsped me after. So, it would have just mattered if I hit the second one or not at the end of the day. And it would have been, honestly, a worst case scenario if I ended up missing the second Hurricane and he was even... No, he would have been getting health from leftovers because of the burn. I mean, it would have been interesting, but... Mommy, sorry, Mommy. Mommy, sorry. True. Should I've been, will you expect to be a Blood Moon? So we'll see. I mean, Spectrier is a noob slayer. So... if you know the proper ways to get around it, it's okay. Still really solid, but... and it's still something I was looking forward to using, but... now we have Zamazenta with the worst matchups ever, so... Screamtail's so big. So chonky. Oh no, wait, did you just give this thing guts? Oh, you are scrambling. You are terrified right now. Cheers. It's the blackberry one. It's very yummy. This is my second favorite of them. I know it'd be different than you, but lime is my third favorite. I haven't even tried the cherry yet because I'm not a cherry person. So I'm just betting that it's going to be my least favorite. Alright, Kingdra is in. Kingdra is now. How many kills does it get, folks? Let's put numbers on the board. Terra Kingdra is also stupid. It ain't your lime till you come over here and have one. Oh. I mean, I love lime, don't get me wrong. Lime LaCroix is one of my favorite drinks ever. But I love blackberry seltzers. And the passion fruit one is just insanely good. So. And the thing is, they all have lime. So the limeade one is just all lime. This is like blackberry mixed with lime. So. And passion fruit mixed with lime, etc. We got bets on 2 kills, and that's 1. And the Krasma. This dies. Unless we see a protect here to stall rain, it is just going to drop. It's not glitched. The Kingdra's just sick. So, it's this rare skin condition that turns it purple. You're flip turning? Pourquoi? Look how much you did. Wait, what were your moves? Why aren't we clicking Weather Ball here? Does it not kill? If they're like special defensive? Am I just greedy? Because, I mean, look at that flip turn. That's an offensive Necrozma. You're just playing way too safe, huh? Thunderwave coming out? Rest. Should give it to you instead. The Kingdra? Or the Limeade? The Limeade's waiting for you. String on the Toxic. Nice pivot. Foul Play is probably not going to kill here due to Violet. Assuming you have Foul Play, you might not. Due to Spectrier, you might just be Snarl. No, you are Foul Play. Okay. Oh wow, that does kill. J. Ricky, my guy, what's up? How your 90s been lately, J. Ricky? How they been? Also, have you been in PPL? I really haven't been watching that much. I'm like, I watched, no, you are, right? I've watched some of your games. Or I'm tripping balls. I honestly have no idea anymore. There's so many people in PPL. The Kingdra and the Umbreon and the Limes. Now you're getting greedy. Like, I hate to say it. Like, you deserve a lot in the world, don't get me wrong. But, like, 3 Pokemon like that? 2 of them being shiny? They might be shiny Limes, too. I honestly have no idea. They've just been liquefied, so. Dude, I wanted to use Terra Regidrago so bad in this league. Will sniped me of a lot of stuff. Final week of reg tomorrow. That I knew. How are you in terms of standings? I was completely joking with the 90s. Please don't play Fortnite anymore. I mean, I can't talk because I moved on to Rocket League, which is also still under Epic. So it's so funny when I get like a cosmetic thing and it just like on the bottom it says, also been added to your Fortnite account. Weakness policy. That's a good bring. Why is Radio's Terra Crown on its arm? Because that's its head. The dragon head. It's not an arm. Because when it attacks, it rotates. Regidrago is such a cool design. Do you crit Bullet Punch here? How do you deal with this? No crit. You dropped a Shadow Ball. Oh, you have to sack Politoed, then get Rain back in, and then you're good. Yeah. So, I mean, it picked up a good amount of kills, but it doesn't win. Yeah, have you not seen it? It's a little dragon head. Like, the top half is the snoot and the eyes and the horns and stuff on that one where the Terra is. And then the other one is the bottom half of the jaw. So when it attacks, Regidrago turns and it goes rawr. I need to win and hope one of 3 other coaches lose. I hate situations like that, man. What's the, Oh god, y'all have divisions and crap too. Like, how annoying is that for determining playoffs? I hate divisions, bro. Divisions is such a, like, 2016, 2017 thing in draft. Honestly, both of the Reggies from the latest generation are goated, because, like, Regieleki, he's a funny dude. He'd be bouncing around fast as hell. Where the dots are the eyes. I mean, it still is eyes, because he doesn't have eyes on the head. He's got eyes on his tum-tum. Good win. Kingdra went insane. Honestly, there was not enough prep around that Pokemon, but it is tough to prep for a Rain Terra boosted Kingdra. This one's funny, but we're going to play Josh's here. Josh has given us the traditional camera pointed at Switch gameplay, so we're going to see how this goes. Let's see. We got Leftovers, Gouging Fire, Expert Belt, Thunderous Tea. Expert Belt? I guess you have Psychic for Annihilate, Sludge Wave for Rillaboom, Thunderbolt, but then you have like, you could have Dark Pulse too. You could be 4 attacks expert, but I think you should also probably have Prankster Thunder Wave. So it's probably 3 attacks Thunder Wave, I'm hoping. Rocky Helmet, Galar Weezing, very solid into Annihilate, and then potentially Palafin. And Rillaboom 2, which wasn't even brought. AV Muck for Raging Bolt. Is that it? I guess Noivern. I don't really know what other special attackers they have. Rocky Helmet again on Core of 2. Yeah, okay, no, I don't blame Rillaboom not being brought. Dang. Galar Weezing and Corviknight. That is... Jeez, Rillaboom actually would have only been able to kill 1 Pokemon in this matchup. And your Focus Sash Lycanroc as your Terra Captain. Are you Sash Lead? Remember Fraps? I don't remember Fraps. What's Fraps? I would have to do this if I try to use my 3DS. I don't have a capture card. I'm going to join John's next Shiny event, and I'm only going to be able to do stuff on my Switch. So that's going to be tough. OG screen recorder for PC gaming before OBS. I was never before OBS. I started using OBS once I was in Draft League, so. I'm not an old person. Don't hurt me. Good, you are T-Wave. Love it. Specs Draco. Fully paralyzed. Evil move. Your Expert Belt with, like, no coverage? What? Pardon? If you're your tuner, you should just be Boots. Jabo's a funny name for Muck. I like that. True, you are, baby. Your knees would give out. Immediately goes from calling yourself baby to going back to saying you're old and that your knees would give out. That's funny. My knees have seen not even better days, but like they're not great either. My knees and my right elbow. My right elbow from my baseball days and now disc golf. It's rough. My knees, I played a lot of basketball on concrete, which is not good for your knees. Like, it's fine when you're in a gym on the hardwood, but concrete, not good. Oh, I'm the baby? Yeah, but I'm also bald, so that's kind of weird. Well, I guess babies come out bald. Blossom's a baby. She's not next to me. She's upstairs sleeping on the beanbags. You're currently a minor and you feel old. That statement is wrong. I was so scared for a second. I moved the piece for the lid or whatever, and I thought for some reason it would be in my can, and I thought I just drank it. I need to go to bed soon. It only goes downhill from there. Oh, Kirsten, I don't think I told you, but Blossom's actually slept with me for the past 2 nights. She's been extra cuddly. It's probably because I've been, they were longer work days this week when I had to go into the office, so now that I've been home, she's just spending extra time close to me. But right now is her normal beanbag nap time, so I want to get her a beanbag so badly for my room, but I just don't want to spend like another $150 on a beanbag and cover. Hunter's got a strong team, man. She's learning to love. All she knows is love. I think she's just picky with her sleep. She doesn't like, in general, someone being on top of her for that much. She'll choose if she wants to be next to you. But if she's like on one of the beanbags and someone tries to lay on the beanbag with her, she'll probably get up and go to a different spot. So am I still Vandy's roommate? Yeah. I mean, it feels like he doesn't live here anymore because he's been doing a subathon with Lynn's for like almost the past month now. So like, I mean, he comes back and he sleeps here during the night, and like I might see him in the morning. But if like I leave for work, which I do 3 times throughout the week, I mean, I don't see him at all those days. So I legitimately only see him around 11 a.m. when he gets ready to go back over to Lynn's. Because, I mean, by the time he gets back here, it's like 1:30 in the morning, and I am out cold. Typically out cold by 11 p.m. Also a nightmare if they get fleas in them. Not that Blossy has any, but just in case. Oh, don't even make me think about that, Kiers. I mean, she's never had to deal with that, luckily. She always takes her preventative, like, meds and treats for them. And she's hasn't had to worry about that. She gets her treat the 15th of every month, so she's about to get it in a few more days again. Dude, I just really hope I never have to worry about lice, because then I have to like get rid of my hair, and I just can't do that. Bro has been grinding since I have known him. Yeah, no, Vandy's a workaholic. I mean, the subathon, they've been getting great support, so that's why it's been ongoing. They also set the timer a little bit too high for gifted, to be completely honest. But they've been doing great. Lynn's already works another side job as well, so like, I think like Vandy's on there a lot because of that. But I mean, they've been doing great. I don't think it's necessarily the best for his channel though, just because he's not able to put out videos or record any during this time frame, because I mean, they're literally streaming and then sleeping and then going back to streaming. That's all they can do. So flea infestations are the worst because it feels never ending. Well, just don't bring any over here from Britain, alright? Please. Not saying you have any. So anyways, we see Mufasa here getting leftovers. I love seeing Burning Bulwark like actually used. It deserved a cooler move. I'm just gonna say it, like, Raging Bolt and Walking Wake's moves make them extremely viable. But Burning Bulwark's like kind of mid. Oh no, your Heat crashed into a Metagross. He crashed into the team's kind of weird because I know the rest of their team. How dare you? No, I'm not saying you have any. I'm saying the plane might. Just saying. Do you pull this out with Thunderwave shenanigans? How many mons do you have left? Not able to move. Okay, you have 2 other mons with Thunderous. Living. They have... Oh, they have a few other mons still. Breaking through, getting the kill with Bullet Punch. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, it would be banned, but it's just the fact that it still deserves something cool. Like, I say that at the end of the day, and I know what would happen with it. Like, it would be gone. But it's just like, Game Freak is so weird with how they go about things. Oh, did you need Thunderous? Yeah, you die there. Okay, this avoids the poison damage. What's his last mon? Or other... Oh, no, yeah, you lose this. Why do you have Focus Sash as your last Pokemon? Because this is not going to be able to win against Raging Bolt in the back. Yep. Comes down to whether or not it's going to be an outplay, I guess, for... Well, does this kill? Yeah, okay. I didn't know how defensive it was going to be, so... The Raikou Giraffe, yeah, it's an insane build. Oh, yeah, no, they have Jet Punch. Terra Rock, Accel Rock? Does this kill? +2? Oh, wait, you have Accel Rock for that. Duh. Oh my god, that 8. Is that defensive? Like, I know it's got crazy stats, but that's a +2 Terra Rock Accel Rock. That's wild. Oh, he still had a lot of Pokemon. I don't know what the health for the rest of them was. So let's see. You KO'd Metagross and you KO'd Annihilate. What were the other ones? Noivern died for sure. Tentacruel died. I remember you getting chip on that. That probably would have died just to a Cell Rock. Then it was the Raging Bolt, which from its health it would have died. So, I mean, you just weren't able to get chip on the Palafin, which sucks. Watch Stario before we fight tomorrow. Yep, looking forward to it, King. But you're not getting any information here unless I click over on my build on accident, because I do have that tab open in this browser. But no. Oh. Raging Bolt, Thunderclap. Thunderclap doesn't matter though, because the Cell Rock out prioritizes and then it doesn't work. Oh. Yeah, Palafin absolutely ate that. It had to have like a decent amount of bulk, which it probably had bulk specifically for gouging fire, like after like +1 variants and stuff like that. But maybe for Lycanroc too. I mean, they didn't really have a good switch in. No team has a good switch in to Lycanroc. I just need to make that very clear. Like the fact that they allow, was it Dusk or whatever, to even have, that is crazy. Alright. And then Dashing did upload. Let's see. Choice Band, Hoopa. Choice Scarf, Gren. Mirror Herb, Garchomp. Mirror Herb for... I hope it's for Enamorous? Oh, for Shell Smash Polteageist too. Okay. Because obviously it doesn't matter against Roaring Moon, Dragon Dance. Yeah, it's pretty good. Of course, he's got Conkeldurr again. Defog, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, Mach Punch. Max Defense. What are we max defense for? Roaring Moon. With Cobra Berry for acrobatics. It's interesting. I don't know how much you'll be able to get on a Mach Punch if they bring Psychic Terrain, but decent build. Assault Vest with a lot of special defense for Enamorous. Goodness. And Deoxys and Indeedee. Yeah, Double Head. U-Turn, Thunder Punch. I mean, that's a solid bring. Dude, I really want to use Cornerstone or Wellspring in my next draft too. There's so many mons I still want to use, man. Like, I'm not going to do any other leagues apart from Playmore, but, like, I would be able to use a lot more stuff if I could. Like, in the past I could do it because of my old job, and now with the promotion, I'm just not able to do as much. Especially with, like, my commuting and traveling. Look at that stunning face. You get it, King. You get it. King, you is a king, let me tell you. I always forget that Conkeld's defog. It's so stupid that so many mons lost it, but Conkelder kept it. So stupid. Just taunt 3 attacks. Okay. Sorry, blanked. Oh, and you're leading it too. I mean, it's a good sturdy lead for sure. So you have to deal with Psychic Terrain. They do have the Poltergeist. I'm curious if they get the Shell Smash stuff. Use a Pichu. Pichu's cute. I like Pichu. Let me take a Pichu. Pikachu. Pichu's fun in Smash Ultimate too. Chuck is built different. Brother, you don't gotta tell me. Chuck been an issue for everyone. Okay, we got Screens lead Deoxys. That dies to crit. Just click it again. Click it again and crit. Will they break sturdy or will they just get up light screen? They should break sturdy. Your special attackers aren't really that scary. Well, you don't know if Hoop is physical or special. Poison jab to break sturdy. Does get the poison. Heavy Cudgel does not get the crit. I mean, I would just get a hazard here. If the Deoxys has one at least. Use Joltik, he's my homie. I remember you retweeted a cute like Joltik art at one point. That was very cute. Joltik's a tiny little lad. I love watching the like hide and seek videos people do, like with the Scarby realm park where you control the Pokemon or whatever, and Joltik's so tiny, but it jumps so high. It's funny. I love how, like, canon, it's, like, literally that big. Like, how is that fighting anything? Also, how is any Pokemon hitting it at the same time? Oh, wait, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, did they go hard, Sinisty? I faced J-Bomb in week 7, so this is good information to know that he's crazy. Because now you can't get off a Shell Smash. Because that weak armor just, well, makes you weak. What do you do if you don't mind me asking? I mean, I do. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to share what I do for work. Like, I can just say I'm in marketing. Like, I can say that, but I'm not going to specify the specific stuff I do for, because it would actually be, like, easy to pinpoint, like, the company and stuff I work at, just because if I gave you the industry and people know I live in Georgia, it's easy to figure out, so. Yeah, y'all a crazy group, let me tell you. At least most of you are still the nice folks that I expected, apart from Chef Ramsay. Alright, Reflect is gone. then she was like, well, I guess it wasn't really that good. Because, Choice Scarf Crown, but... He picks noses for a living. He just doesn't want to admit it. Correct, and your schnoz is next. Hey, look, it's a big Joltik. Are you like me where you love the pre-evolution of electric type, mine being Yamper, that you hate the evolution so much? Like, do you hate Galvantula because you love Joltik? I hate Boltund with a passion because it's no longer a Corgi. You say big lad? Okay, no, you probably like it then. Like, Jirachi is so adorable and amazing. That's a really weird way to spell my name, but I appreciate it. It's still a nice compliment. Thank you for thinking of me like that. Oh yeah, I forget they had Terra on Galvantula. Ghost, so you're getting up webs, so it can't be... No, they don't have Rapid Spin, though. Oh, Terraless Ghost for Jirachi. Okay. Jeez. Joltik is the lad. I wouldn't hate Boltund if it was just good. Yamper all the way. Yamper all the way. Yamper would be my number one if I didn't, start with Charmander and dedicate my life to him being my son. Despite my enormous Pikachu plush collection, I'm actually a Raichu girly. Raichu's great. I love Raichu's design. And I love it in competitive too. Like, it's not the best, but it's still, like, it was fun to use in draft back in the day. Now it's definitely outclassed by a lot of stuff due to power creep, but yeah, it's a really good Pokemon. I just love the color more than yellow Pikachu. So, also, Pikachu in Ultimate upsets me, so I definitely like Raichu and Pichu more than Pikachu. I did use Pikachu in a draft one time. That was fun with Light Bull, though. Look at the frog, that should have been mine. Curious, what's your favorite starter? I don't think I know that. Favorite and least favorite. It could be any stage of evolution. Webs are up pretty late in the game. Is it going to make a difference? Because what, it's Roaring Moon now trying to come in, or Enamorous? Dio Speed, okay. Why would you not want to set up here on the low HP Jirachi? Oh, you're trying to get screens back up. But then you're getting a chance for them to be defogged. Yeah, because now you don't have anything that's going to one-shot conk. That was greedy. You gotta think more than one turn at a time, folks. You hate Grookey? Why do you hate Grookey? Thwacky's stupid, but Grookey's a funny little monkey guy. Quilava's great, though. I actually prefer the Totodile line, just because Totodile is a little bit funnier than Cyndaquil. And then Crocodile's a really cool design. For Alligator's still, like, okay cool, and he's also thick. But I still chose like Cyndaquil and Typhlosion when I first played and everything like that. So you like Grookey, you just don't like Rillaboom? Yeah, okay. Can't stand the Quack line. I wasn't big on these starters in general this generation. Like, I love Fuecoco, but then I'm not really big on Skeledirge. Like, its design is still a little weird to me. Like, I think it could have just been better. I think Quaquaval as a final evolution is good. I don't like the middle evolution. Quaxwell. And then I can never remember the mid-evolution of the cat, so... Yeah, I just don't like the middle stages, like, for any of them in this generation. All the final evolutions are, like, fine. Once again, I just wish Skeledirge was better. I wish Skeledirge didn't go on all fours. I wished it was, like, kind of like Tyranitar, where it's, like, kind of like a Godzilla aspect, but still more alligator or crocodile, per se, actually. And work off of that, because Fuecoco's a funny boy. I love Fuecoco. Floragato, that's the name of it. Totally forgot. Kobe Berry did get the crit. Drain Punch probably just kit. Oh yeah, you have no attack investment. Never mind. Oh, and Reflect was up. So it would have killed without the Reflect. And now Mach Punch kills after. Good timing with the screens there. Very good. Oh, you a cool girl? You gotta pick grass because no one else does. I mean, when I was a kid, I just about always went fire. Nowadays it ranges though. I go Charmander, my son. I go Totodile. I go Mudkip. I go Chimchar. I go... This is the awkward part with Gen 5. Because I love them all at different stages. Like, I don't like Tepig or Pignite, but Embor's, like, pretty good. I like Embor. Especially Shiny Embor. Snivy and Serperior are, like, all just okay. And then I love Oshawott. I cannot stand Samurott. Duat is one of the coolest middle stage evolutions ever. So, like, that's where it's, like, Gen 5, I really could just, like, not care. It could be any of the three at the end of the day. I'd probably go Samurott if I can say Hisuian Samurott. If I could say Hisuian Samurott, then that's what it is at the end of the day. Because I love Oshawott and I love Duat. Hisuian Samurott should have never... Same thing. Should have never have been on all fours. It should have stayed, like, a samurai. Have, like, the giant, like, shell just there ready to, like, swing that shit around. Because Duat was an amazing design. And it just needed to be a larger, like, more armored version of Duat. But no, they put it on all fours. Alright, and then Gen 6, Greninja. The rest are crap. Gen 7, Incineroar. Gen 8, Grookey with Rillaboom. Because I don't mind Rillaboom still. I do like Cinderace the more I like consider it. I don't like Scorbunny that much, but I love Reboot and I love Cinderace. Hate Inteleon. Can't stand any of it. And then Gen 9 Fuecoco, only because of Fuecoco. But that's it. So it's like it's a good mix between like fire and water overall. And not a single grass unless I choose Superior for Gen 5, which is possible because if it's not Hisuian Samurott, then I would go Superior. But that's that. Duat Supremacy based. They get it. Bulbasaur, Cyndaquil, Trico, Piplup, Snivy, Fennekin, Rowlet, Scorbunny, and Sprigatito. Well, I'll change Gen 5 to Snivy so we have one in common. But other than that, yes, you are very much grass-pilled. At least you also agree that Chikorita is trash. Thank you. Alright, well that's all the battles, y'all. It's already 10:15. I don't know if I want to do anything else. I did a lot today. Kirsten, you need to go to bed, though. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Tomorrow I'm doing my battle on the bike for fun for week 6. So y'all will see that next Saturday, a week today. I have no doubt in my mind that will probably bounce back. No offense to my opponent. I just want to bounce back from the unfortunate hacks that was this week and get the win I deserve. And I'm really trying to win out for the rest of the season so we can just like secure a number 2 spot and that'll be good. I actually don't recall what like the format is for playoffs, and whether it's like top 4 choose bottom 4 for who they play, or if it's like standard bracket based off seeding. I need to double check that. Actually, I can check that right now. I don't know what's going on inside right now. Playoff seeding. I mean, it says that they're all it says is seeding. The doc does it for you. Is that oh I can't spoil anything. Okay, well, based off seeding didn't tell me enough, because I mean, like, or at least in the doc rules, because it could still be the winner choose format. So I mean, I guess it's 8 versus 1, 2 versus 7, blah 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 blah. Meganium is ugly. It's so bad. Meganium could have been so much better, man. But it's just like bad, and Chikorita's bad. Bayleaf is only good because of the anime. But it could be better. And I respect it in Radical Red, though, because it has Triage and it has the Fairy. So, pleasure to have you here offline. Hope to see you again in another stream. Think you should let your opponent win tomorrow as your clue, but you should let him win? No. I don't let nobody win. They gotta at least hacks me in order to win. Okay, so the old standard format, yeah, that's fine. I will say I do like the newer age with like SPL, how they do it with choosing, just because it rewards the top seeds more. Because I mean, you can go and be the top seed, but then face maybe the one person you lost to in the regular season because you're forced to face the 8th seed, or it's just the worst matchup out of the ones. Like, I do like the idea of rewarding the winners, but I am totally used to this format. I think that was one of the better changes for draft. Leave the Dino alone. No, we're not talking about Dino. We're talking about ugly Meganium. Like, well, I guess in general, like Gen 2, like they just really didn't do enough with like the final evolutions. Like, they're all pretty basic. Like, they have their initial design, but then there's like no cool thing with like their skin or fur or scales or anything like that. Like, Croconaw had a really cool base of its body, but then when you get to Feraligatr, it's like, oh, it's naked again. And it's just a big gator. And then Cyndaquil's Typhlosion is just gradually getting bigger. And then I mean, literally the only difference with Chikorita and Meganium is just so. I got distracted during my goodbye, but that's all. Not getting distracted again because I want to get ready for bed at this rate. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. We'll have a watch party again. Ooh. It will not be next weekend. Next weekend is my sister's wedding. Very excited for her. So I'll be busy all next weekend. Hopefully we'll be able to do it in the middle of the following week. We'll have to see. Might skip it depending. We'll find out. Nah, I probably won't skip it. I'm enjoying these, enjoying talking to y'all. So just look forward whenever I make a community post about it, or maybe I'll tweet it, maybe both. I have no idea, but just look out for that. But in general, Team Builder and Battle will be up Friday, Saturday next week like normal. So thank you all for hanging with me. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.